Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Legacy of Kain Blood Omen 2 Blind. I'm trying to destroy the hidden device, but first I guess I have to reach it before I can speak about destroying it. Not sure how that helps me, really. Oh, there's passage through here. Feel kind of dumb now. Okay, so I have to get out before the water... Oh, there's a human, so I can just do this. Which makes you beg the question, why are the Hilden keeping unrestrained humans around? Especially since they do know that vampires can possess humans, because they themselves had a vampire who could do that in their service. So that's like monumentally stupid of them. Okay? This game's sound mixing is terrible. Like, the music, even though it's set at 1, so if I set it any lower, it is going to disappear altogether. Even though it's set at 1, it was like 4 times louder than Kain's dialogue. And in fact, it's still absurdly loud. What am I trying to do here? I guess I'm trying to approach the creature, but there is a checkpoint as well, which is welcome in itself.
You do not know me for the poor, oppressed beast that crouched here before? Behold, I am restored.
What are you?
Not what, Kain, but who. My visage is unknown to you, but my name is not. Have you heard the story of the oldest vampire?
Janos Audron, the legendary vampire of ancient days. How was this transformation possible? But Janos is dead.
Yeah.
His heart torn from his body.
Not dead, but imprisoned in this place. My blood was needed to power the device and feed the mass within. Starved of blood and sapped of life, I devolved into that horrible creature. The moment you poisoned the mass, I felt my strength return. That which is divine cannot be wholly suppressed.
Divine? Your imprisonment has damaged your mind, Janos. The curse of vampirism is no mark of divinity.
You must delve further back into history, Kain, to know the truth of our heritage. Long ago, and long before I first walked the earth, vampires were godlike, and our kind ruled the land. But we were opposed by another race, similar to ours in power, but different in method and intention. The wars between us flamed for 1,000 years. But we prevailed at last, and we banished our enemies from the face of the earth by powerful magic, sealing them into another plane of existence.
What has this history lesson to do with my task at hand?
Patience, Kain. The race that fought the vampires was the Hilden, the very Hilden that you have just encountered. They control the Sarafan. They are striving to wipe out the vampires, enslave the humans, and reclaim all Nosgoth as their own. They are the evil that plague us once again, authors of the demons and the device and all else that threatens the land. They have returned to enact a terrible revenge.
I thought you said that they were banished.
They were, Kain. But several centuries ago, one of the Hilden was able to return to our world. He then used his magic to draw other Hilden through, but had not yet the power to begin a full invasion. He required an army here, and humans to drain of energy. He learned of a legendary order whose purpose was to purge the world of vampires long ago. He revived this order, and the Sarafan were born again.
The Sarafan Lord. It was he that broke through. But how?
Now we come to your part in this story. When you chose to destroy the Pillar of Balance, you caused a rift throughout the world sufficient to breach through the dimensions.
Was it I, then, who had engendered this war? No. I had been set, step by step, upon the path that led to this outcome. Hadn't this all been a Hilden plot from the beginning? My mind reeled at the implications.
It was in this way that the Sarafan Lord was able to enter the world, by building a magical gate. This is the Hilden Gate. Close this gate, Kain, and all the Hilden within Nosgoth will perish.
The gate sustains their existence.
Precisely. It is their umbilical cord to the other world. When it is closed, they cannot dwell in our world.
And so all the Hilden will die, and the Sarafan Lord, as one of them, dies as well. I see.
Close the gate and kill the Sarafan Lord, Kain. Close the gate and shut the Hilden from the world once again.
And how is this to be done?
Let us go to Sanctuary. Vorador must be informed of all that has occurred, and a plan can be drawn to finish this once and for all.
You should have sent me with him.
You were wounded.
There is no way to know where Kain has gone or what he is doing. Even you haven't been able to contact him.
What's this? No, wait. Do I dare believe my senses? Janos? My sire. They killed you.
No, far worse. But that is a story for another time.
Oh, there will be no time for any of us. Vorador, we need your counsel.
We were wondering where you were.
I've been doing what I said I would do.
Kain? The device?
I have destroyed it. But we are now faced with a peril even greater than before.
How is this?
The ancient history I will convey to you in a better hour, should any of us be so fortunate as to reach such a time. For this moment, you must believe me when I tell you your enemy, our great enemy, the Sarafan Lord, is one of a people that come from another world. His plan, beyond all others, is to bring this enemy race back into this world, from which my kind in another age once banished them. He must be prevented, or all our kind will perish.
Sire, what must we do?
He has created a base in this world, the Hilden City, across the sea. There, he has opened a gate to bring his kind into our world. My plan was to teleport us to the Hilden City and launch a final assault on the Sarafan Lord. But now I find there is some kind of shield of magic that prevents me. If we are to fight them, that shield must be destroyed.
Vorador, where is the Hilden City? Have any of your spies brought you this knowledge?
Uma, what do you know of this?
There has been, in the past months, enormous activity at the wharves. Warships and freighters loading and unloading in great secrecy. Our people who have infiltrated the area and returned alive have told me that the ships all seem to take the same course out of the harbor, but we do not know their destination.
It must be the Hilden City. Why else would there be such interest at this time? You must take a ship to the city at once. There, you must find and deactivate the shield, so whatever forces we can bring may come to your aid and close the gate for all time.
Have someone show me to the wharves. I'll make my way aboard one of those ships that's about to sail. When I've deactivated the shield, I'll contact you.
I'm going with him.
But I will need you here.
Sire, I know the wharves, and where one may fail alone, two may succeed.
I have no need of a guard at my back. You will find me perfectly competent for this task, I assure you.
It is a chance we cannot afford to take, not when all we have fought for is at stake.
There is more at stake than you can imagine. Take help where it is offered, Kain.
It is settled. I will prepare our forces for the final attack. Go well, my child.
Go well, both of you.
Take help where it is offered. Yet I've always found that help offered when not needed is usually no help at all.
Vorador has said we must seek out a war galley. We should search the southern docks.
What are the defenses here?
The heaviest of all the Sarafan outposts. They control all trade and all travel to and from Meridian.
The Sarafan are nothing compared to what I have faced and destroyed.
Don't be so arrogant. Their finest warriors will be waiting within. The Glyph Knights are deadly.
We shall see.
Tell me one thing, Kain, before we go in. If you do kill the Sarafan Lord and recover the Soul Reaver, what then?
You know the answer to that.
Tell me.
Then Meridian and all Nosgoth will become mine.
And the vampire resistance?
Well, you may do whatever you wish, of course.
Of course.
What?
Do you take me for a fool?
You dare!
Vorador has told me all your stories, Kain. He said that you would stop at nothing to achieve your great ambition, absolute power. And when you control Nosgoth, are we to believe that you would let us vampires live and do what we wish? We are the only ones who could stand in your way. No, you will have to hunt us down and kill us. And how is that different from the rule of the Seraphan Lord?
I will not defend or explain my actions to you, Uma. No one, not even you, will stand in my way.
I thank you, Kain, for giving us this chance to defeat the Hilden for all time. But you have done enough. I shall be the one to find and kill the Seraphan Lord, and Nosgoth shall belong to the vampires once again.
You fool. You have not the smallest chance of surviving such a battle. Now, give me the Nexus Stone, or I shall pry it from your thieving fingers as you convulse in death.
Now the beast shows his true nature, and so quickly, too. I wish it had been otherwise for us, Kain.
Okay, I find that very little of what has just happened makes sense. Because, first of all, Janos Odron indeed was supposed to be dead. Like, his literal heart was removed. You can't get any more dead than that. So I kind of don't buy his explanation that he was just transformed into this creature, because what was the point of showing me his literal heart being ripped out if he could survive that? Like, that makes very little sense to me. But then obviously with Vorador being alive, it has been clear to me since a long time that it is actually an alternate timeline. So there is that. What else? I wanted to say something about the Hilden. I also don't get Uma's betrayal at all. Like, it seems very forced for the sake of a plot twist. Because, sure, Kain is an arrogant prick, but there is nothing to suggest that he would genocide vampires themselves. In fact, even within the confines of this game's story, he was well on his way to establish a vampire empire. Like, he had a whole army. He had a whole army of vampires, and he had vampire lieutenants. So, like, it's not like he killed everyone in his path. He very clearly had, vampire soldiers with him, and ones that he trusted to enough of a degree to make them attain a position of power within his army. So I feel like Uma's betrayal makes little sense and is kind of meh.
No one's allowed through here without the password. The fog's come in and no ships will be sailing until they turn the lighthouses on.
Okay, I have to pause for a second, be right back. Okay, I'm back.
But last week, these were only 20 per kilo.
That was last week.
Oh, this is robbery.
Listen, friend, the Seraphim buy whatever they will at whatever price they please. This is all they left me, and I must still make a living.
You're not the only one who has to live.
Take it or leave it.
I'll give you 10.
That's robbery.
Did they say 20 per kilo? So I guess Nosgoth, if there is one thing that Nosgoth is actually sensible in, is that they use the metric system. So, that's nice of them, and entirely reasonable, as opposed to the Imperial system, which makes no freaking sense whatsoever. And to be honest, I feel like the only reason the metric system, I mean the imperial system, is even used anymore, is tradition, which tradition is like... I find there to not be any inherent value in tradition. Like, for traditions to be valuable, they have to actually represent something good. I think there's no value in doing something just because it has been quote-unquote always done for a really long time. Like, humanity has... humanity has been doing some very stupid and very fucked up things for a really long time, and I feel like, you know, there's no good reason to recognize any kind of value in the fact, in the longevity of some of our traditions. Like, what we have to ask is whether a certain tradition actually represents something that's good. The fact that it is an old tradition and it has been quote-unquote always done is in itself meaningless, to me at least. It is not a good justification for doing anything just to say it's the way it has been always done.
He drowned then, on a clear day.
He can't have drowned, I tell you.
But you found his boat and no one in it.
He never went out yesterday, that I'll swear.
He went fishing, you said.
He left the house to go fishing with young Plunkett, you know the lad. I went down last eve to see if he was back. His boat was there, but no one's seen him. Plunkett's sister hasn't seen him either, since he left at dawn to meet my Jack yesterday.
Oh, then they both drowned.
They didn't go out, I tell you. The net was still rolled up in the bow. I rolled that net the day before, and Jack rolls it different from me. Not so tidy, you see. Or seaman-like. I tell you, they never reached the boat.
Then what happened to them?
That's what I don't want to know. My Jack, he wouldn't have minded drowning. His brother was drowned and his dad. They'd be company for him, see? But these goings-on these days, it's more than I can understand.
Hush, say no more.
But my Jack...
What? That was kind of deranged, how she was like, oh, my husband wouldn't mind drowning because his father drowned, and his brother as well, and he would keep them company.
Oh, look at that one. She's a beauty.
Vampires? Where? We're supposed to be looking out for vampires, not admiring ships.
Die!
Okay, that's annoying.
No one's allowed through here without the password. The fogs come in and no ships will be sailing until they turn the lighthouses on.
But last week, these were only... $20 per kilo.
That was last week.
drowned then, on a clear day.
Taste my blade! Come here! Time to die!
The guy at the gate said that I have to enable that the lighthouses have to be enabled, you know, the lit, because there's fog or something. So I wonder if I have to do it for him to open the gate. I guess so, judging from the existence of this cable. But it's unpowered, I guess. So there is also that. So first I need to find a glyph. Oh. Okay, that was stupid of me. And it has sailed off, so what lesson do I take from that? Like, I was supposed to be on board of that ship, right? Where even is it, exactly?
They won't let me down to the docks. They say it's because of the fog, but I need to get to my boat.
Just give him the password. North Star. He'll let you through.
Thanks, mate. I owe you one.
Okay, so now I have the password as well.
You again? Password.
North Star.
Good enough. Come on, then.
Okay, so there should be another glyph somewhere around here. It goes somewhere over there. What's the point of the box? Ah, there is a weekend section. Okay. And I think this is the slot for the box.
Your distance?
Never fear.
Are you Kain? They sent me to help you. You must reposition the lighthouse so that the Seraphim supply ship will dock and the drawbridge will lower.
Okay. You can also enchant this.
Pardon me, Governor.
Okay, I feel like this episode has been long enough, so I will save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.